Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars! ParisStarChannel here welcomes you with a new and possibly a very exciting episode. Guys, a super extra exciting episode, a special episode because I don't know if you are aware what has just happened. A very wonderful and positive thing. Drums. Kapow! We have reached the milestone when it comes to the YouTube, and we are more than 1,000 subscribers. Ah! How did it happen? How did it happen? Well, me personally, I don't know how it happened, but all it happens thanks to you. Thanks to your involvement and engagement and your support on my channel. We are finally over 1,000 subscribers. Oh my gosh! And so, by using this extra opportunity, I have prepared something extra for you. Guys, a very interesting and exciting review of the products that are absolutely iconic and known in the world. And they are over here. And they are, ta-da! La MER! La MER is in the house, guys, in the form of the iconic foundation and in the form of the iconic powder. They are already here, ready to be tested. And my oh my, do I have something interesting to talk about and share it with you. So yes, guys, if this is something that interests you, welcome. Please tune in to my channel, to the party where we celebrate diversity and beauty, because diversity makes us all different. With our differences, we are all gorgeous, unique and beautiful. Let's start today's episode. Today's episode is all about the celebration of reaching my milestone 1,000 subscribers and a review, exciting review of the most iconic makeup products in the world from La MER. So yes, if this is something that interests you, please tune in because we're just about to start. Alright guys, so here we are ready to start today's episode, a super exciting episode, a review of the most iconic products in the world from La MER, in the form of the foundation and in the form of the powder. So guys, before we're going to start this, a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm over 40 years old. My skin is normal to dry with extremely dry areas right over here. My skin is all about nature. As you can see, all is alive, everything is moving, and there are lots of emotions, and all my emotions are saved within my fine lines and wrinkles that are present with my life. In my life. So that's the first thing, and I am a very big fan of makeup, no makeup, a very beautifying French type of a makeup. Makeup full coverage is not my type of a makeup. So if I am reviewing products, I'm definitely reviewing this under this angle when I want a non-drying, lightweight, medium, maximum covering makeup that is beautifying. So with that being said, let's go and let's start this review. The first product that I would like to talk about would be this one. And it is La MER, the Soft Fluid Long Wear Foundation SPF 20. Hydrates and nourishes with buildable coverage, luminous finish. Guys, this is how the product looks like, and I definitely wanted to give you a full unboxing experience. We're having a foundation with 30 milliliters of the product and with SPF 20, which is cute. For me, not necessary because underneath I'm using a filter anyway. And look at the ingredients list. Can you see the ingredients list? Oh my gosh, we're going to talk a little bit about this ingredients list. And then the shade right over here, my shade that I chose for myself is the shade 120 Ivory. and then we'll see. I am a rather fair tone type of a person, and I like to have a cool tone type of a foundation or a neutral type of a foundation. These are my preferences. So yeah, we're trying to open now the box and get out the foundation. The excitement is rising, guys. The excitement is absolutely rising. So I always wanted to have this La Mer foundation, and I always wanted to use this extra opportunity to test it on my channel. And guys, the time has come. The time has arrived, so we are opening the box and... oh my gosh, guys. Okay, the foundation is right over here. Skin Color de la Mer. And then there you go, and there you have it, the foundation itself in the shade 120 Ivory, a gem. An absolutely gem. I guess you have to hold the bottle to understand what is going on when it comes to the highest luxury beauty. The bottle is a glass bottle, quite heavy and frosted, and quite minimalistic, to be honest, which is absolutely fine for me. Then you can see the shade one more time, 120 Ivory. The cap, I think the cap is actually silver metallic, and then you have a pump, and everything is just put all together. Makes sense. It gives you, for me personally, the highest luxurious vibe that you can have right over here. This is, guys, the foundation. So guys, if we would like to enter the official website, what kind of an information we can have, right now it is displayed, and what we can read. A whiteless touch and natural buildable coverage for luxurious longwear. Blending, healing, hydration, and luminous color. This treatment refines the look of skin, smoothing imperfection while enhancing skin's natural beauty. Stays true even in humidity, available in 20 shades. And guys, if we would like to talk about the ingredients, the main ingredients from the website, you can see color capsule technology. Color pigments are coated in color pigments. Thank you, La Mer. Are coated in transparent capsules to help the foundation deliver true natural looking color on skin. Soft velvet ferment formulated to renew skin. At the heart of this transformational ferment is a high-performance velvet algae found deep below the surface of the North Atlantic. The soft velvet ferment helps hydrate and soften the look of skin, enhancing radiance for a multi-dimensional finish. And guys, the legendary Miracle Broth. Crafted with a blend of sea kelp, vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. Miracle Broth undergoes 3 to 4 months of fermentation and exposure to light and sound waves, unlocking the renewing power that makes La Mer's benefits unmistakable. So right now, guys, I would like us to stop a little bit and please listen a little bit to my story that I have prepared for you, a little bit of a legend and a little bit of a story how the La Mer as the brand was born, and a little bit about its founder. Guys, whatever I'm going to tell you, it has been heard from many other different sources, so it has become some sort of a legend. Legends are not facts, so let's hear this little story. Guys, imagine the last century and the scientist Max Huber, and one day there is some sort of a kapow, shabang, a huge explosion in his laboratory when he was working. And what has happened, he has suffered some burns because of this accident that happened in his laboratory. And he was trying to heal, but nothing that he was using to heal was actually healing his burns. So he decided to find on his own an ingredient and a product that is going to heal his wounds. Guys, 1 second, excuse me. Alright guys, excuse me for that little interruption, but I had a little bit of a delivery, so here we are back. Where were we? Well, I suppose, okay, I already said that Dr. Max Huber had an accident in the lab, a huge explosion in which he suffered some sort of a burns, and he could not heal his burns while using any products or anything available at that time for him from pharmacies or any other places. So he has decided that he is going to invent and find an ingredient or a product that is going to heal his wounds. And he was the one that lived by that time in San Diego at the coast. And when he was observing the coast, absolutely fascinating by the ocean and MER of the sea and the sea, he was watching and observing the ocean kelp and the algae, and he was absolutely mesmerized by the immense growth and regeneration of the kelp, of the sea kelp. And he decided, okay, I want to have that kind of a power, and I want to create an ingredient and a product that is going to have that kind of a healing, restorative, growing power of the sea kelp and the algae that lives in the sea. And so he has started his journey. And let's just say, by that time, it was so innovative and so absolutely incredible, almost unbelievable what has happened. Because in his lab, he has created an ingredient that he calls Miracle Broth. So what was a miracle broth? It was a fermented ingredient that he got from the algae and the sea kelp that he has bombarded with sounds that was resembling the sounds of the sea, and the lights that was resembling the lights in the sea. With different frequencies and whatever and whatnot. And guys, whatever you believe, that's you. That is totally fine. I personally believe, and what I personally think is that science cannot explain absolutely everything what is happening around us. And I guess these days we actually have discovered that using an LED face masks with special lights like red lights or near red lights, we can actually see some incredible benefits to our skin just by using light. The blue light can have a very positive antibacterial properties as well, while the red light and the near red light can boost your collagen and reduce fine lines and wrinkles. So back then, using a sound and using lights and special frequencies and bombarding them while the sea kelp was actually fermenting for 3 to 4 months was unheard of, was absolutely unheard of. So that is my own personal approach to Miracle Broth. It is definitely a very time-consuming and money-consuming ingredient, for sure. But good. So he has invented Miracle Broth, and soon after, he has invented a product that he called Crème de la Mer, which was the creme of the sea. And what was absolutely incredible with it, because, you know, back then, we didn't have a social media or whatever, whatnot. So imagine an evening with celebrities. Something, for example, like today would be the Oscar after party. All the celebrities are gathering and they're having party and fun. And suddenly, a charismatic Max Huber enters with his products, promoting his product. And people are like, oh, okay. And then he was like, imagine if you have a problem with your eyes, or you don't see very well, or you have an itchy eye. try to use my cream, and he takes the cream in front of everyone and he's rubbing his cream not on his eyelid but like in his eye, inside like the eye, and people are like, oh. People were like shook. People were like shook. And then he was approaching to other people and he was saying, are you feeling well recently? It's like with your digestion, is everything okay? Because my cream can help you. And they were like, what is going on? The cream is on you, on you should use on your face. Well, not mine, because you can actually eat it. And he scooped and he ate it in front of everyone. And people, celebrities, were like, so there are testimonies of certain people that have actually experienced this scientist, this Dr. Max Huber, rubbing creme de la mer in his eye or eating it in front of the celebrities. And so that was the controversial part of it all that started the whole buzz and making the creme de la mer viral, because celebrities actually started using it and they definitely have noticed some sort of an incredible difference in comparison with the products that they were using back then. And this is how the creme de la mer became very famous, because it was used by the celebrities. So obviously people like me, a non-celebrity, wanted to use products used by celebrities. And this is how it all exploded and became very viral. And at some point, it's the founder of La Mer and the creme de la mer became super viral and super popular. To the point when Estee Lauder was very interested into getting their hands on the Miracle Broth and creme de la mer. But Dr. Max Huber, he did not want to share his intellectual property and his intellectual things that he has developed with any other stranger person, including Estee Lauder. So the purchase from Estee Lauder has been rejected by the original founder. To the point when Estee Lauder was trying to dupe the creme de la mer and they failed. They could not dupe the Miracle Broth and they cannot dupe the effects in their own products in comparison with creme de la mer. And then the time flies and eventually Dr. Max Huber passes away in very suspicious and mysterious circumstances. So everything has been inherited by his daughter. And his daughter, she wasn't any scientist. She never was formulating any kind of a product. She was not into such kind of a stuff. And this is the moment when the brand La Mer has been sold and has been acquired by the Estee Lauder. So I suppose when they jumped in, they started to recreate the Miracle Broth from the scratch with some indications of his daughter. But I suppose with the indication of the Dr. Max Huber daughter. But I suppose the biggest question today is, have they actually acquired and 100% accurate and the same ingredient in comparison with the original formula of Dr. Max Huber? We don't know that. And we will never find out, because the original founder never gave this information to anyone apart from his daughter. So that is the most mysterious and incredible thing, and the story of the Miracle Broth. The Miracle Broth, of course, it is made by Estee Lauder these days, but how accurate it is to its original formula invented by the scientist Max Huber, we don't know. We certainly know that they ferment their ingredients up to 3 to 4 months. They bombard it with special sounds and special lights with special frequencies so that they can acquire the Miracle Broth. So that will be my story. I think it's quite fascinating and actually quite interesting, because back then it was something unheard of, while today we actually know that especially lights they give some kind of an incredible benefits to our skin. We can see it in the form of different lights implemented in the tools like face masks or face tools for skincare. Anyway, good. If you would like to go and look at the ingredients right now, you can see it. There is an enormous ingredients list right over here. There are lots of ingredients in the form of the different sort of algae, sea kelp, and whatever and whatnot. We are not going to jump into that because we would not have enough time in our episode. Let's just be honest. But what we actually going to concentrate, we're going to concentrate each other on the ingredients that are controversial. And then there is a special app that comes and help, and it is called INCI Beauty that I am using. And this app is actually showing that there are at least 3 ingredients that are controversial. And these ingredients are, you can see it right now, it displays on your skin. We have 3. The first one, it is called cyclopentasiloxane. And what it is, the cyclopentasiloxane, it is a silicone. And its controversial part is that it is not, it doesn't dissipate. It doesn't disintegrate, which means that when it goes to the water environment, it pollutes the water environment. And then, for example, fish that lives in the water environment, they are becoming polluted by the cyclopentasiloxane. And then we eat these fish that are polluted. And then eventually we are becoming polluted. Because the cyclopentasiloxane is that kind of a silicone that is not dissipating and it's not disintegrating within the water environment. So that's the first thing. And the second thing, that certain claims say that the cyclopentasiloxane, it is an endocrine disruptor. The second ingredient that is marked in red, it is ethylhexylmethoxynitrate. And it is the UV filter, a chemical UV filter. So that's the thing about the chemical filters. This one has an opinion of being another endocrine disruptor. Chemical sunscreens, they protect us from harm from the sun. But if they have a possibility to penetrate into our skin, then they might have a possibility to do some little damage. So that's the thing about the chemical sunscreens. I personally prefer mineral sunscreen because they do not penetrate our skin. They sit on top of our screen, but then they tend to leave a white cast or have a little bit of a flashback. So something for something. This one is the chemical one, and if it will have a possibility to penetrate into our skin while having an opinion of being an endocrine disruptor, might cause some damage. And the third ingredient would be the BHT. And this ingredient particularly, it's considered as the carcinogen. So in all of this, we have 3 very controversial ingredients, but at the same time, guys, I am not even kidding. You can actually see it right now, and we are not going to dive deep into it, but you can see all the beneficial ingredients right over here, which are over 40 beneficial ingredients in here. Cocaprylat caprat, silica, which is a mineral. Then we have lots of algae extracts. We have some extracts from sunflower. We have some sweet almond extracts as well. And then the list is just continuing and continuing. Of course, we have some sea kelp extract right over here. We, in the form of the Honrus crispus Caragian extract. Then we have the cucumber extract. Then we have extract the melasse, which is quite revitalizing and quite good for our skin. We really have lots. We have lady's thistle extract. we have another Laminaria saccharina extract, which is the brown algae extract. And the list, guys, just continues and continues. We are not going to dive deep into that, but this is all what I wanted to say. Right now, for me, it is actually a very difficult to make a decision. Should I give a red light or orange light and awareness, above all, light to the ingredients list of this foundation, because you definitely have some controversials, but at the same time you have plenty, over 50 beneficial ingredients in this foundation. So that would be all what I wanted to say about that. And right now let's jump into the second product, which would be, guys, the powder. So it is right over here. And we're talking about the MER, the powder. Light as air for an ultra sheer flawless finish, guys. And this is how the product looks like. A little bit of another unboxing experience right here for you, so that you can have a look into the situation and see for yourself, because I definitely wanted to share that experience with you. I was so that you can see how it all looks like in a full glory. This product is made in Italy. There are some ingredients right over here which we are going to talk about about it in just a second. And we have, guys, we have 8 grams of the product, and that was actually very interesting and quite funny, because when it arrived I was like, oh my gosh, it's so heavy. I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, it is so heavy. I'm going to have tons of the product right over here ready to be used. This powder is going to last me forever. And then I looked at the box, and the surprise was right after, when I actually discovered that there is an 8 grams of the product right over here. But okay, it's good. And then we open the box, and then we see a beautiful lid. Guys, this can work like a mirror. Already, this lid. It is so beautiful, so gorgeous. The packaging is absolutely the highest level of luxury right here in front of your eyes. As you can see it right over here. The packaging is the frosted glass bottle. It is quite heavy, as you can see, skin color de la mer. And then, guys, when it comes to the shade, I picked up the shade that is translucent, as you can see right over here, and there's 8 gram of the product. An absolute gem, absolutely beauty. And then when you open the lid, you can see what is going to be inside, and you are going to be greeted by the puff, which is quite nice when it comes to La Mer. But the puff is actually super fluffy. It kind of reminds me of the times with our grandmas and great-grandmas when they were using the puff. And then we are opening the powder itself by pulling the tag. And I definitely wanted to feel this texture of this super famous and interesting powder. So we're gonna close it right over here, and then I'm going to spread it right over here. As you can see, the silky smooth powder disappears on my skin, and it is absolutely a wonderful and silky smooth. I can't wait to put this on my face and see the final result, because right now I am actually quite mesmerized and intrigued. So there you guys have it, creme de la mer in the full glory, the full unboxing experience for you. So if you would like to go and see the details, right now you can see the details from the website. And we see infused with skin renewing Miracle Broth, this light diffusing loose powder magnetically attracts to skin for a perfect fit and flawless finish. Air-spun seaborne particles, some of the lightest materials on Earth, help this beautiful formula create an imperceptible finish and set makeup impeccably. So guys, obviously I would have to do it, and right now you can see the ingredients list, and we are not going to jump too much into the ingredients list. We can see that this is a talc based powder. Talc is definitely very controversial these days because talc is a natural mineral, and in some tests it has shown that it can have another ingredient, another mineral that is called asbestos, and asbestos is considered as the carcinogen. So there are brands that are actually withdrawing, and they don't want to involve themselves in any kind of a lawsuit that would tell that they have a product infused with carcinogen. So that's why talc is being withdrawn. But not every formulation without talc is mind-blowing. As we know that, of course, talc is very good, is very liked, but the presence of the possible carcinogen in the form of the asbestos has made some brands to withdraw completely to use talc within their products. We are not going to talk a lot about the ingredients right over here, but what we actually going to say is going to talk about the controversial product right here. That ingredient is being displayed, shown by the app Incy Beauty, and it's called polyperfluoro ethoxymethoxy difluoroethyl PEG phosphate. And this ingredient has been marked as the ingredients with on red that might be potentially damaging and non-beneficial to your skin. That is all what I wanted to have to talk about these ingredients. We cannot forget as well that there's a Miracle Broth in here, and there are some skincare infused ingredients in these products as well. So there is like something for something. Definitely a awareness type of the I would like to raise right over here. You have to decide on your own. Does it make any change, or does it make any difference for you if you're using this such kind of a product with such kind of an ingredients? That would be all what I wanted to say about this whole story and the introduction of the products. And right now we jump into the most interesting and exciting part, which would be the application of these products on my skin. Let's have a look how they're going to perform on my mature skin. Alright guys, so I suppose whatever I wanted to say and share with you about the MER, about the founder of MER, it has been said and done. I think it is actually a quite fascinating story to share. But right now let's go to the most exciting part, which is the practical part. The products here, they're waiting. From MER in the form of the foundation and in the form of the powder, they're waiting to be applied. So let's go and let's give it a try. And just to let you know, can you actually tell that that half of my face is already wearing the foundation? It happened right over here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you're going to see me gagging in just a second, but I am gagging for the reason an absolute skin perfecting, non-detectable foundation. What? It's like, look in here from the close-up. This is my skin. This is how it looks like without the foundation. And then we go to this side. And it's just like a perfection right over here. Wow, absolutely wow. So allow me now to demonstrate, allow me now to apply this foundation on my skin so that you can see how it looks like. We have it thick like this, and as you can see, it is quite a lightweight liquidy consistency. I'm going to stretch this on my palette and apply it right over here. The shade 120 Ivory, I think, quite interesting. And we're going to take the brush and spread it with the brush, just like so. And guys, look at this. Like, I am not even kidding. I am not even exaggerating what is happening with this foundation. It disappears. The foundation absolutely disappears in my skin, while giving me the skin perfection in an instant. It is a smudge-proof type of a product. I can't, like, and I'm going to take the beauty sponge, just like so, and take the rest of the foundation and apply it and press the foundation for a seamless finish. There is a little bit of a scent. It smells like Wet n Wild. So yeah, have that in mind. A very paint type of a scent, of a perfume. Oh wow. Okay, I'm giving a full dive into the luxurious foundation from La Mer, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't stop. I mean, the ingredients list, controversial, we've already said it. The price, absolutely the highest tier when it comes to the price, but then, how it looks like on my face. What is happening right over here? I absolutely love it. So yes, guys, allow me now to come back to you in just a second. I would like the foundation to sit for a little moment, do observe a little bit how it's going to look like, and then we're going to continue with this makeup. Alright guys, so the foundation is applied. It has rested a little bit on my face, and as you can see, half of my makeup is already done with the extremely natural effect of the glass skin, and this is something that I would like to present it to you so that you can have the same effect, if you would like to, in your home while using the product that I will be using for you. It's that kind of a, although, you know, we're still doing the review of the La Mer, it's still that kind of a cherry on top as my gratitude for 1000 subscribers. So guys, here we go. Let's do this extremely beautifying natural look while using the products that I'm going to show you. So first, what are we going to do? We're going to use the bronzer, and it's right over here from Makeup by Mario in the shade Light, the cream bronzer. Because, obviously, me as a person that is over 40 years old, I like powder formulas, but I'm trying to avoid them. The more powder I add, the more dryness I add into my already dry areas, and then we can see fine lines and wrinkles, and makeup is aging me, and I guess no one would like that, right? So we're going to use creams. So I'm going to take the cream from Makeup by Mario, and I'm going to take the brush F4. I'm going to saturate the brush with the bronzer, and first thing what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to pounce it right over here to take the excess, and I will try to gently now add it. What I absolutely love about this bronzer from Makeup by Mario is that it is undetectable and yet very natural and super beautifying, you know? Because sometimes when you see certain people, they just do this kind of like demi circle or like a demi moon on your face when you can actually see a super harsh lines. This beautiful cream bronzer, it's not leaving any harsh lines. It gives you this kind of a beautiful tan. The shade is light right over here, and it looks super natural, and the more I rub it into my skin and I work it with my brush, I get impression that the more glowy it becomes. Can you see already the glow and how my skin is actually waking up to this? Love it. Absolutely love it. A little bit more we're going to add, but just a little bit more here on the side of my nose. and I think we're beautifully tanned, and we received already some sort of a dimension and an effect that I personally love very, very much. And now we're going to add a little bit of a color, because I am super excited, and I wanted to show you how to receive this kind of a gorgeous glass skin. So what are we going to do? We're going to use the product from the House Labs. This is the Glossy Pomelo, and combination with Westman Atelier highlighter in the form of the Nectar. So what I like to do, I'm going to take this blush and I'm going to saturate my hand quite a lot, to the point when you might actually think that it's crazy. And I am going to take the Westman Atelier Nectar and put it a lot on my hand as well, so that you might actually think it's crazy. These are creams. We're working with the creams. So this is how it looks like. Nectar and the Glossy Pomelo. And now I'm going to take the brush and I'm going to saturate the brush with this pigment, just like so. And would you just look at this? It's gone. Everything is in my brush, and gently I am going to tap to add myself a little bit of a color and a little bit of a glow. You see it? It's incredible. And now I'm going to connect a little bit with what is left on the brush on the both sides. And this is my definition of makeup, no makeup. A very beautifying, non-heavy makeup that is not going to age, but is going to refresh your skin. See it? See the difference before and after? Absolutely. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. But that's not over, because right now we are going to add a little bit of a glass skin on my face, and with that there's going to be my favorite product coming with a help, which is Charlotte Tilbury Glow Glide Fairies Architect Highlighter in the form of in the shade of the Pillow Talk. And as you can see, it is a little bit pinkish, and I'm going to use a very fluffy brush, like a broom, right over here. It's discontinuous, so don't ask where I got it from. And then I'm going to saturate this brush with this highlighter. I don't think, no one talks about this highlighter. I don't know, maybe something is gonna happen after my video. It's gonna explode as the glass skin. So right now I have the highlighter, and just look and observe what is going to happen. I have creams, so now I'm going to set everything with this highlighter. This brush is just doing its job while setting everything. And I suppose the biggest thing with the highlighters is it gives you highlight, but then you can see that you have a highlighter on your face. It accentuates texture, it accentuates everything, and you can actually, it's super visible. While in here, there is a glass skin in the powder. Right over here. Can you see? Can you see? I am super shiny, but I did it on purpose as well, because in just a second we're going to apply the powder and tone everything down, and then bind everything and all the look together. By now, what you can see, it is an absolute perfection. The foundation is doing its job, while skin perfecting and giving me a perfect coverage, while the cream products connected together. As you can see, they're not drying. My skin is bouncy and non-dry, and I love it. Good, guys. So we're almost done with the makeup. The next step is going to be all about this powder. Let's check this powder in action and see how it is going to look like on my face. Alright, guys, the makeup is almost done, and right now the last thing that is left is to test this incredible powder from MER. And guys, I have actually used it already on one side of my face, which is right over here, in comparison with a non-powdery side. And I am gagging. Oh my god, can you it gives, it mattifies and it blurs, but it still gives and some sort of a glow. It's like that doesn't suck out life of my face in comparison with here. So guys, let's go. Let's jump in. Allow me now to demonstrate this powder in action, because I can't. By the way, guys, the lid is actually quite interesting because it is so beautiful and it already acts as some sort of a mirror right over here. Can you tell? So that's already super funny. And then the puff. Well, the puff itself, it's very fluffy. Reminds me of my grandma's and great-grandma's vanities. We're not going to use it. And then I'm going to take the powder just like so and put it on the lid. Just like so. And guys, this is the powder. It looks like skin. You know, the skin tone. And then I guess if you have already thought that you have been touching the most finely milled powder, try to touch this silky powder from La Mer and you will be shook how much silky a powder can get, because this is incredible. This is unbelievable, the level of silkiness, just to tell you. And now I'm going to take a very precise brush, and with that precise brush I'm going to dunk it into the powder and work this right over here. Yeah, I've got it. Hello. Can you see me? Jeez. Okay, good. Let's do it. And the powder is right over here. And look and watch in the camera 4K what is happening in here. In my T-zone. Oh, guys. Oh my gosh. I mean, wow. An absolute wow effect in an instant. And I'm going to take a little bit more of this powder, just like so. Yes, it is definitely finely milled. And then put on the cap so that it won't spill. Put the puff just like so, and I'm going to take a fluffy brush just like this one, and I'm going to dunk the brush into the powder. As you can see, I don't know if the camera can pick this up, it is extremely finely milled powder. And with that brush I'm just going to dust it all over my skin, just like so. To even everything out, because you know this is a specific brush. It's not like the precise brush. We use the precise brush for a precise application, but this is rather this kind of a brush to blend everything all together and to mix everything all together, just like so. And we're having it, guys. We are having it, the La Mer perfection right over here in front of your eyes. So allow me now to do some final touches, and I'll be back in just a second for a first check-in. Hello, gorgeous, beautiful stars. ParisStarChannel here welcomes you with this first check-in. And guys, we have hello, we have 12, we have midday. So this is the time, and guys, this is how it looks like. I am looking at myself and I am absolutely gagging by the beauty of the product that I have just put on in the form of the foundation from La Mer and in the form of the powder. I definitely am a little bit ahead of my thoughts, but right now I am absolutely mesmerized how it looks like. So allow me now to approach and show you this in a 4K from the close-up. This is how it looks like. The products combined all together gives me that kind of an effect on my skin, and guys, I am absolutely love it. Beauty in a pure form, and this kind of like makeup, no makeup, super lightweight and yet beautifying. So this is how it looks like in the studio. And guys, this is how it looks like outside, because obviously camera is going to pick up differently makeup while filming in the studio in comparison with makeup filmed in the natural light outside. On top of that, certain foundations and powders, and I believe this one is the case, it has a special ingredients, a light reflecting ingredients inside, so when you're going to use a natural light, is going to reflect everything differently and show everything differently. So that's why for me it is very important for you to show how it looks like when you're gonna be inside, and then how it's going to look like when you're actually going to be outside in the natural light, so you can have your own judgment and your own comparison. I deeply believe this is very important. So yes guys, this is what I've just said. We have a midday, and right now it's time to see and observe this foundation and this makeup, how it is going to look like. And I'll see you in just a second, but in reality by the end of the day with my final thoughts. That, as I said, I'm a little bit ahead of myself right now when it comes to this foundation and when it comes to this powder. I'm gagging. I am gagging, but wouldn't you if you would have this effect on your skin combined all together? So yeah guys, I guess that would be all when it comes to this first check-in. I'll see you in just a second, but in the reality by the end of the day for my final thoughts. Let's see what I have to say about these incredible products from La Mer. Hello gorgeous beautiful stars! ParisStarChannel here welcomes you with this final check-in and my final thoughts by the end of the day. And if you have been wondering when is the end of the day, the day has actually ended, and it's the another day already. Can you see it? It's another day already. It's after midnight. So, when you sit and then when you chill or relax or work, the time flies. So, guys, the time has come to summarize our super interesting, exciting products from La Mer in the form of the guys foundation, the most viral, iconic product from La Mer, and in the form of the powder. So let's go, and allow me now to show you how this makeup looks like after midnight. Which means it has been on my face for a very long time. Just a little reminder, I'm over 40 years old, my skin is normal to dry, and I'm definitely looking for the non-drying makeup and non-drying foundation. So guys, allow me now to approach so that you can have your own judgment from the close-up in 4K how everything looks like on my face. Because in just a second I'm going to influence you with my own personal thoughts. So before that, I definitely would like you to have your own impression and your own insight. What do you think about this effect that I have thanks to the makeup from La Mer? So guys, let's go with the foundation. What is happening and what is my judgment? When it comes to the ingredients list, I guess we've already touched the subject. ParisStarChannel gives an orange light and awareness type of a light because of the ingredients that are quite controversial right over here. I am going to be absolutely honest with you because on honesty I create all the relationships, and especially the relationship with my audience. Despite the fact that there are some undesirable ingredients, I am still going to use it. Maybe it is not going to be my everyday foundation, but it is going to be the foundation that I am going to use, because guys, what I can see right over here, it's just like I'm gagging. I'm absolutely gagging. What has happened on my face? Has the miracle happened in the form of the miracle broth on my face right over here, of the sea kelp, sea algae, of the fermentation, of everything that is all about the miracle broth? I don't know. I don't know, but my skin feels rested while being perfected, while being smooth. Everything is just like mwah, 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 absolutely chef's kiss. And on top of that, the foundation is absolutely super lightweight, undetectable, and it looks like your skin but better. All my day, I'm not even kidding, all my day, I have been looking into the mirror and like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. And people are passing by and they're just like, they're just like staring at me. I'm just like, yep, that's my foundation. So I think that all of how it looks like it's thanks to this foundation that I fell in love with, despite the fact of a presence of undesirable ingredients. Despite all that, I am still going to use it because it's incredible. So my final judgment is ParisStarChannel gives a green light to foundation from La MER. And then when it comes to the powder, guys, ParisStarChannel gives a green light to the powder from La MER. If you're looking for a massive setting power powder, this is not the one. There is something in this powder that smooths, that mattifies, but at the same time it's not sucking out life of my face, which means that this particular powder is absolutely amazing for mature skin, normal to dry, because as you can see, dryness. What dryness? What kind of a dryness? My skin still feels elastic and it's just like there is no tiredness in my skin caused by anything that I have used today. So for me, the powder is definitely a gem as well. It does mattify, it does perfect, it does airbrush your skin in the best way possible. So yes, ParisStarChannel gives a green light to the powder from La MER. Oh my gosh, guys, what kind of an incredible and exciting journey it has been in this special episode when we are celebrating over 1,000 subscribers. Yay! All guys, thanks to you. And all because and thanks to your involvement and your engagement when you just decide to support my channel. Thank you so very much. You have no idea how much your involvement and your engagement changes my life and how it impacts actually my life. Thank you so very much. So guys, the episode where we celebrate 1,000 subscribers has come to an end with a wonderful and super exciting test from La MER. ParisStarChannel gives a green light to these products. These products, they're going to allow you to achieve this kind of an incredible, perfected look. Something that I absolutely love. Alright guys, it's time to say goodbye. It's almost like before 1 a.m. It's time to go to bed. So this episode has come to an end. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for tuning into my channel. On my channel, we are celebrating diversity and beauty, because diversity makes us all different. With our differences, we are all gorgeous, unique, and beautiful. Time to say goodbye. See you soon in my next episode. But as for now, guys, kisses and cuddles. Take care. Bye-bye now.